my dear Scorpio, this is a love reading, a prediction for the month of April with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. As an extended member to this channel, you will get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And there's a pick a card reading up. What will my future look like for the full members to this channel, and the reading on happiness and success that's available for all the members to the channel. Subscribe and then check out the many perks through the join button that will appear, or follow the link in the description box to learn more about membership. And I can recommend that you rewatch the previous love reading for March to get a context, and this is the prediction for April. So I will start reading your cards, and I'm using the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. When I open your deck here, I'm seeing the Empress together with Queen of Pentacles. So we are like two peas in a pot, and it's roughly the same energy. This is Taurus, this is Virgo energy, the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, both are nature, generous, outgiving, creative, responsible, organized. Okay. So we'll see where it goes. I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the High Priest, which is also Taurus, as is the Empress, together with the Queen of Pentacles. So it feels like you have a good foundation with this person, most on your mind. There's a friendship, there's a certain, maybe we have the same cultural or political ideas, or we share some other kind of foundation that makes us feel like we are similar, or it's easy in a way to be together. It's like we are falling into the same pot together. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we have the Wheel of the Year. It comes with a gust of wind here. Might coming with a cup of drama, a cup of love, a cup of I want adventure. I don't know what I want. So we'll see. 6 elements. And here we have the Moon together with this Wheel of the Year. So I think that in your relationship you have a good time whenever you just focus on the now in the relationship. As soon as you start to focus on the future or the past or what you would want to have instead of what you have, both people start to become a little bit uncomfortable in this relationship. One might think, well, I don't know if I want to stay forever, and the other one might think about what you did the last time you met, and they were sad about something you did and they can't let it go. So this is how human beings and their brain makes themselves miserable. By thinking of things that might happen that's awful, or things that happen that's awful, or things that haven't happened that should have happened. And it can become very complicated, and it's not a recipe for happiness. Okay, tuning in for a few seconds to you and the person most on your mind and your relationship in April. Sometimes when we are like so similar, there's not enough adventure in the situation, so we need to create it by making up problems that's not really there. Okay, so this is the new bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. So it could be a really nice relationship, a really nice situation if you focused on the now, on happiness instead of getting your fix, the adrenaline rush through the drama or the problem or the conflict or the challenge. The old bottom, 2 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, High Priestess. Well, it might be that someone isn't 100% engaged in the relationship, but question is, are they even engaged in themselves? It's a person that has very high integrity. They're probably very loving, strong, mature, wise, but they also have a cold streak. Ace of Swords. They're very logic. They're not being pulled with you know, the dramatic current. It's like, no, and they're not reacting. And it can make, if we have one person that's very cool like this, and if we ask, we say, do you love me? And they said, I said last year that I loved you, so it does. I tell you if it will change. We can get very dramatic with a person like that because it's not very exciting. So we want to shake them and make them go into seventh heaven with us on a romantic flying carpet, and you know, fly into the Milky Way. I don't know, but they are just like not very romantic. I don't know what I'm doing. This is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind. This is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. Your feelings, the bond between you two, their feelings, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for April, and their behaviors and attitudes. So it might be that you're waiting for something. We saw the Seven of Pentacles. This is the situation, nice relationship. Maybe it's not all that it's cracked up to be. It could have been better, but it could have been worse as well. The Tower. So it's hard for me to decide who's the more dramatic one. Either this person is thinking that you are very dramatic, or they are very dramatic. Okay. This could be that you are waiting for the next step in the relationship, or for the person to open up more or be more romantic. And this is them thinking that you are just too much to handle with all this. But remember that these readings can be in the reverse as well for you. Not for everyone, but for you. So, the bond between you two. And we have this Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Well, it can be that you feel more feelings of friendship for your person, or maybe your person feels more friendship feelings with you, because this is a very friendship card. And maybe you're frustrated with them not being more romantic or being over the moon with you. But sometimes, you know, calm and mature is good, but we might feel like it's like squeezing water out of a stone. This is your feelings, Wheel of the Year, which is like rolling the dice. And here we have the King of Wands. I have a little hard time knowing who's who in this. Who is the calm one? Who is the dramatic one? This seems more dramatic. This doesn't seem very dramatic. This seems dramatic. This doesn't seem super dramatic. King of Wands is very mature and laid back. They are not scared of challenges because they know that they can deal with them. And they don't wait in anticipation for them to come. When they come, they deal with it. When they're not there, they don't care. So, King of Wands, Wheel of the Year. So, in this case, it looks like you are the one having, like, wanting more to happen, wanting things to hit off, wanting it to be more exciting, rocking the boat a little bit, okay. And this is your behaviors and attitudes, Four of Swords. So I would say that you have been waiting for the other person to step up the relationship, and they aren't. So you're starting to become a little bit angry with them, and maybe a little bit vindictive. So this is silent treatment. So if they are not going to be more passionate in the relationship, you're going to give them the silent treatment. It's not sure that they will take notice, because they will just think, they don't want to think the worst. They will think that, probably you are just tired and need to stay off your phone for a while. So they probably are not going to notice any dramatic gesture here. Page of Pentacles. That's sweet. It's like you're getting over this with the silent treatment, and then you want things to be nice again. But I think there's something wrong with the foundation of this relationship. But it can just be that you are very not this very similar, like it's two people that's different in many ways, but it's almost like maybe you are reflecting the other person's shadow. So if this person is like they don't care particularly much, it might be that you care too much, so this person doesn't have to care. They can sit there in their tower on their throne and feel safe, because you are doing all the dirty work with worrying. So if you stop worry, they might get a little bit more of the worry. It's always balance in relationships. But it can become so in a codependent way. So, for example, one person might do all the giving and the other person do all the taking, or one person do all the romance and the other person doesn't have to be romantic. But if we take a step back and let the other person like show their romantic vibes in the way that comes natural for them, it can be very fulfilling to do that and to let the other person display. It's like if we have a really strong singing voice and we sing and we sing and we feel like we are not getting any help from the other people in the choir. But if we get silent ourselves, we might hear the very beautiful, angelic, low but high vibrating sound from our choir. We didn't hear them because we were singing on the top of our lungs. So sometimes we need to do that. We need to stop singing ourselves to hear the other person's song. Either that's how they show love, or how they connect or communicate, or how they are moving forward. If we are like dragging them forward, we will never know how they would move this relationship forward. If we shower them with presents, we will never know how it feels to be the one getting the presents, because they will be like, it's too much, and it would feel ridiculous to try to top it with a gift from them. So if you're dissatisfied with what other people are giving, sometimes it's a good idea to step back and to see what's coming your way. Either it's the truth, it's nothing is happening, the romance is died, the relationship is running out in the sand, it's gold turning to sand, and sometimes it will, and then you see the truth of the relationship. But sometimes we can also be too impatient. So for another person it can take 3 months to notice a difference and to change course of direction, like they are a big ship that's taking time to change course. But and for you, 3 hours later, you're already ready to give up. Now you have no patience more to wait for the other person's call. Okay, clarify the Three of Cups, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. So something wants to happen here, something wants to play out. Some kind of interaction between the two of you that's probably cyclic in some way. So the same quarrel again and again, or maybe you have the same drama in all your relationship, or you had the same problem or challenge through your whole life. I had a person that were in relationship with people that had really crazy exes, like rabbit cooking crazy exes, and that has never happened to me and never to anyone else that I know. But this person, like relationship after relationship, they have this crazy exes stalking the house, putting things in the mailbox. So we have our unique patterns, and it can be hard to know exactly why, but here we can see that this unique pattern wants to show itself. We have the Hanged One here, 7 of Pentacles, the Hanged One. Might be that we are waiting and seeing where this will go, or we try to take a step back to see if the other person can show a little bit more interest. Clarifying the Tower, Ace of Swords. So I get the sense that this is a person seeing your dramatic reaction and getting pretty chill with it. It's like, I see what you're doing and it's not going to work with me. So the more dramatic you become, or the more vindictive you become, the less they will engage. So it's important to not do things just to, get back at the person, like I will refuse to call because they never call. It's more, we could do it in a more generous spirit. For example, okay, probably they are tired of me calling all the time, so I will give them a little bit space and let them miss me. And when they feel like that loving feeling, they will call. People are usually very sensitive and pick up when we are trying to manipulate them. Okay, clarify the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Wands here. I think this person could be very passionate if you were creating a little bit more balance in the relationship. Clarify the Wheel of the Year, Seven of Cups. This is when we are projecting our drama onto other people, and possibly making things, if we fear that we will be abandoned, we trying to manipulate the other person to show us more love and reassure us more that they will stay, we will make them leave. We will make them abandon us because they will get sick and tired of the drama. Okay, clarify King of Wands, Three of Swords. This Three of Swords can be the reasons to why the person is a little bit stiff, have a little bit stiff upper lip. Maybe they have been through something that made them be a little bit careful in love. Okay, so clarifying the Four of Swords, and we have the Sun card together with Nine of Cups. So it might, even if it's petty, to kind of stop talking with the other person because they don't call enough. It can be a good thing for our self-love to do just that, even if this person will pick up on it being like a revenge thing. It's still the first step towards self-love, and to, instead of trying to manipulate another person to behave in the romantic way we want to, we can love ourselves in the way we need to, and that will give us, it's like the back door to healing. Because if you start to take a step back from the relationship that giving you so much problem and testing your patience and everything here, and it's like you are putting a boundary and you're saying, this is not how I want to be treated. And then you treat yourself in a good way. And even if it's kind of juvenile in this situation, it will still lead to maturity and growth. So it's the only way forward sometimes if we have gotten stuck in this situation where we want other people to change. Don't try to make them change. Take charge over your own life. Take care of yourself. Fulfill your own needs. Please yourself in the ways that you can. And stop being codependent upon other people. Clarifying the High Priest, and here we have the Three of Wands. I'm laughing because it's a little bit similar to the Libra reading. I think we got the Three of Wands here. So this person couldn't be less bothered, okay? So it's not going to matter how much you display your drama. They will just find better things to focus on. It will be like a mosquito, or a fly. That's when they are trying to sleep. It's like trying to brush it away. But we have 3-3 here, which shows that it's not because they are super cold or hate you. It's a more survival technique. That maybe they have dealt with manipulative people in the past, and they don't know exactly how to deal with this to not make it their problem. So the more you're trying to make it their problem, the less they will make it their problem. So it's better if you deal with your issues and the things you want them to change with. Maybe you want them to change in some certain way. The less they will want to change. It's impossible to change another person. The person you can change is yourself. So, for example, if you hate if people are always late, stop being with people that's always late, and put your energy and attention towards people that's actually on time. So you don't have to be upset with people that are late. And you might say, but I love the person. Well, then that's your problem. You need to decide, do I love them so much that I can cope with and accept that they are often late? So you need to take mature decisions here, instead of trying to look like it's like we are whining a little bit and say it shouldn't be like this, you should be in another way. Well, they aren't. So it's time to see the reality. Clarifying the Page of Pentacles, Judgment. Time to see reality. We might want things to be in a certain way, but it is what it is. And we say, I love the person, I want it to work. Well, it doesn't always work. But sometimes it works better when we stop trying to change the other person. So this is some advice card. We have the Flower here. It actually shows a possibility of a long-lived relationship. And here we have the Storch, new beginning. So I think it's different things that these cards are telling us. That this person is stable enough so you can have a long-term relationship with them if you just don't create a lot of drama. And, you know, they might be fearful of the future. You might be fearful of the past. You might bring up things that happened in the past. They might think about like, well, I might want to get rid of what I have now so I can do this other thing here in the future. But in the end, I think... if you don't complain so much about each other and be more grateful for what you have, you could have a long relationship with this person. Because it's what we saw when I started to shuffle the card is that it has a good foundation. Okay, it's friendship in the bottom. The Storch here, it says that you can have a new fresh start. I think both in this relationship, where you both take mature decisions. You here take decisions to love yourself more and not try to change the other person. And they might try to be a little bit more open and communicative, for example. So you can have a new start. But you can also decide upon a new relationship and have a new start outside this relationship. I will try to see if we can get something more. It's just relationship. Okay. They are challenging. This one is going through the Arctic period. Okay. So this relationship obviously wants us to grow in different ways. If you're on this side, it wants you to grow in that way that we try to accept people more as they are. And where does that leave us? How do we want to progress with the truth that lies before us about the person, the relationship, our situation? And for this person, it's a little bit more secretive, but I think they are very stable and are acting very stable because they might have had a very unstable past. So they have maybe they have gone through a lot of challenges and gotten very seasoned. So they're now living a fairly stable life. They don't let things rock the boat unnecessarily. And it might make them a little bit cold, and they might have some crap to deal with here. But I still think it's a little bit an example to follow, to also try to be less reactive, take things less personal. Don't let yourself get dragged into other people's drama or manipulations, and keep a clear head, and don't get triggered unnecessarily. Okay, so for right now, I think they are actually leading with a good example. It doesn't mean that it's like the greatest way to deal with things forever, because they have a lot of stuff buried that they really should deal with. But for right now, in this situation, I think they are showing you a way that you could deal with your own stuff here, and also come to a place where you are, have dry feet and sit on a throne and feel secure, and are not being like in uproar towards your own existence. Like, my life shouldn't be like this. I shouldn't be treated like this. I shouldn't feel like this. Instead, we are like, okay, this is what is. I accept it. I'm calm. I'm dealing. I accept that this is this, and I accept that this is like that, and I deal with it, okay, in a grown-up fashion. Okay, I hope I didn't piss you off too much. Maybe you are on this side, and then you won't be upset with me, okay? So I would urge you to watch the reading, What Do They Want to Have Happen, and the love reading for March to learn more about this situation or relationship. You can also order personal readings, distance healing, and past life regression sessions at my webpage, tart.com.se. And please share my videos on your social media to let more people know about them. Also like the videos to show YouTube that you want to see more readings from me in your feed. And of course subscribe and hit the notification bell to be sure that you get noticed when I'm posting a new video. Thank you so much in advance also for watching this far. Take really good care until next time. Stay awake, stay healthy, stay blessed, and bye for now.